What is up guys, Almatic here and welcome back to another video. So today's video is about the next huge update, the 1.17 update. So the 1.17 update is gonna be the Cave and Cliffs update. Yes, I thought it's not gonna be the Caves update, but yes, it's gonna be the Caves and Cliffs update. It's pretty crazy. Alright, so now let's get into the features of this update. So first of all, we got the Lush Caves. So let's look into this Lush Caves. So you can go to the Lush Caves from the ground. So you gotta look for a tree that looks like this, and this tree is called the Nizelia tree. And if you go down below, then you will find the Lush Cave. And inside the Lush Caves, you can find a lot of new plants. So I'm gonna be just going through some details about this plant. So first of all, we got the glow berries, and they actually glow. And next one is spore blossom. They're sometimes closed and they're sometimes open. They're attached to the ceilings and they emit particles. Next one we got azaleas, and we also got a drip leaf plants. Let's get into detail for the drip leaf plant. So these are some interesting plants. So the leaves will tilt down if you're standing on the platform for too long, just like this, and you will fall down. And another feature that's going to be added to the cave update is going to be the improved cave generations. So in this gameplay video, we can definitely see an improvement of the cave. And you can see underwater oceans, rivers, waterfalls. It's just crazy. The caves are not really realistic, but they look amazing in my opinion. The next cave update feature is going to be the dripstone caves. So I'm playing the video of the dripstone caves and it looks something like this. So in the dripstone caves, we can find stalactites and stalagmites. The stalactites are the one that is hanging from the ceiling, and the stalagmites are on the bottom. So the stalactites drop and stalagmites do damage to mobs. And you can also place down the cauldrons below the stalactites and you can fill water with it. Alright, now we're gonna be going into the blocks. So the new blocks that are gonna be added to the game is called the sculk growths and sensors. Let's look into the sensor. So the sensors can sense vibrations. And to cause a vibration, you can break blocks, walk around, shoot, or like just hit animals. So it's basically like an observer block, but it's like a wireless observer block. And you can place down walls to prevent the sculk blocks from getting activated. So as shown in the video, if there's a block in between the sculk block and the piston, the sculk block will not get activated from the piston's activations. However, if there is no block in between the sculk block and the piston, the sculk block will get activated by the piston. Alright, now a new hostile mob that is coming to the game. And this new mob is called the Warden. So the developers said, just be quiet and watch out for the water. So these mobs are sensitive to sound. And to me, it looks like this mob is blind. So this mob has a very strong damage and also it has a high health value. So it's gonna be a pretty much of a challenge to beat this mob. So I said this update is gonna be the Caves and Cliffs update. So we saw the caves. We're not done with the caves yet, but let's look at the cliffs. So for the cliffs, we're gonna be getting a mob called goats. And the goats kinda act like ravagers. So they can throw mobs just like this and they jump really high. And we're also going to be getting some tree lines. A new block with the cliff is going to be coming too. So the new block is called the powder snow. So the powder snow looks like a normal snow, but it's a trap block. Unlike normal snow, if you're walking on the trap snow, you're going to be falling right through it. So now let's go back to the caves, alright? So we're also going to be getting this thing called crystals. They got sounds and they can only grow on a specific block that you cannot obtain. And we're also going to be getting a new ore called the copper. So the coppers are not going to be generating just like diamonds, coal, or like irons. They're going to be generating in a new type of generation method, and it's called the ore veins. And the coppers will turn green if they're placed for too long, just like in real life. And we're also getting a new item that's related to copper and the crystal. and that is called the telescope. Yes, telescopes are getting added to the game, and you can create a telescope with copper and crystal shards. And yes, you can get crystal shards from the crystals. Here is another block that is getting added to the game, and this is called the lightning rod, and it does exactly what it says. It's literally a rod for the lightning, so your house does not get struck by lightning, so it doesn't burn. So it's good for wool houses or like wooden houses during lightning storms. Alright, here's a new item that I really like, and it's called the bundles. So in the gameplay video, you can see the player putting 64 items in the bundle, but this is not really what the bundle is for. So the bundle is for placing many different kinds of items, but up to 64 items. So you can finally have 64 swords in just one slot. So the next system we're gonna be looking at is going to be the archaeological system. So with this system, you're gonna be getting a new item called the brush. And with the brush, you can kind of scrape away the ancient debris, and you can find valuable items like diamonds, emeralds, or like ceramic shards, just like this. If you're not careful enough, you're gonna be breaking the item. So with the ceramic shard, you can place it on a clay pot, and if you like the clay pot, you can cook it and then you can make it as an actual pot. Alright, now let's look at another new mob that is coming to this update, and it's called the axolotls. Yes, the axolotls are coming to 1.17 update, and as you guys can see in this video, there's many different types of axolotls. They swim upstreams, and you can put them in buckets. So when you scoop them up, they'll kind of tame and they will follow you. And they will also attack mobs for you, like guardians or like drowns. And when they're low in health while fighting, they'll play dead to heal their health. And lastly, the new mob for the vote is the glow squid. Yes. I don't know, I wanted the Iceman, but the glow squid that doesn't even glow won. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool with the caves updates and everything, but I want the Iceman, bros. I want the Iceman. I want the Iceman. Alright, lastly, the release date for this update is going to be the summer of 2021. The beta updates are probably going to be rolling out as soon as next week, maybe, just like 2018. But yeah, for the official update, they said it's going to be released in the summer of 2021. So yeah, that was it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching, and see you guys in the next video.